Hi, how's everybody doing? My name is George, and how I heard about Chad's service, I was actually incarcerated in TGK at the time, and my wife went and was doing some research on different attorneys and stuff like that to find one that would suit me best as far as my charges were. And she found Chad, and through a phone conversation I was having with her while incarcerated, she told me that she felt like she had found the perfect attorney because she felt like me and Chad had a lot in common with each other, and she explained to me his services and stuff like that. So that's how I found out about Chad's services. What was it like before working with Chad? I mean, words can't describe how nervous I was prior to working with Chad. I mean, I was scared, I was nervous, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat. I just thought I was completely all around the way screwed. Before working with him, I was assigned a public defender, and I mean, less than a week before my first hearing in court, I hadn't seen my public defender. I didn't know who my public defender was. Never spoke to him, nothing. And thankfully, my wife was able to get Chad on my case prior to that. And Chad came as soon as he was assigned as my attorney to come speak with me, let me know what his plans were, to talk with him, let him hear my side of the story. After working with Chad, at the end, I mean, he honestly worked a miracle as far as my case was concerned. I was charged with armed robbery, possession of a firearm in the process of a robbery, and utilizing a bulletproof vest while in commission of a robbery, armed robbery. So I was facing three separate felony charges. And after working with Chad, I mean, I did less than maybe 2 months in TGK, and I spent a few months at a treatment center. And yeah, I mean, it was an awesome thing after working with Chad. I mean, I was facing 10 years minimum for my charges, and I was able to get off with just a couple of months in the treatment center and a little bit of time incarcerated while he worked for me to get into the treatment center. So, I mean, after working with him, I was 100% completely satisfied, and I still am. As a matter of fact, while I was incarcerated at the time, waiting to go to the treatment center, I was bragging about him to all the other people in there, giving his phone number out because, I mean, that's how satisfied I was with the work he was doing for me. So after working with him, I was 100% completely satisfied. In regards to my favorite parts of the service that Chad provided me, I mean, there's a lot. Number one, I just love how Chad is very blunt. He's very raw when he tells you, what you're looking at, what he's going to do. He's very real with you. He doesn't lie to you. My second part is, he's always a phone call away. If he doesn't answer his phone, his receptionist is going to answer the phone. She's going to pass the message along to him, and he's going to get back to you before the day is over with. I also love the fact how when my mother or my wife had a question, he was always there to answer their questions. And again, he was always very honest with his answers. And I also love how if ever I needed to speak to Chad personally, how he would take time out to come visit me in the jail and talk to me. And and the service he provided, he got me an excellent doctor to come evaluate me psychologically. Dr. Fontaine, I love Dr. Fontaine, a very good man as well. So everything about Chad's service, I love. I mean, he for me was the perfect attorney. Finding value in Chad's service, I mean, value isn't a good enough word for what I find in his service. I wish I knew a better word than value, but I 1,000,000% value the work that Chad did for me on my case. And even after today, I mean, he's an amazing man. He still calls me every so often just to check on me, see how I'm doing. He spoke with my prosecutor and told her how good I was doing. I mean, I completely 100%, without a doubt, value Chad's service. Getting down to if I would recommend Chad's services to other people, let me just start off by going back a little bit more. When I was arrested, I was facing three separate felony charges: armed robbery, possession of a firearm while committing armed robbery, and the use of a bulletproof vest in the commission of an armed robbery. So I was facing a minimum mandatory, we're talking about a mandatory minimum of 10 years. That's on a plea deal. I was facing life if I had taken this to trial. So would I recommend Chad services? 100,000,000% yes, I would, because you're standing there watching me today, doing about 364 days altogether. Again, most of that time in a treatment center where I was free on a house arrest monitor. So yes, I would absolutely recommend his services. Thanks to Chad, I have the opportunity to start a family. I'm 33 years old. Taking a plea deal of a 10-year minimum, I was going to be getting out almost 50 years old. No chance of having a kid basically at that point in time in my life. But thanks to Chad's services and his belief in me and his hard work, I mean, I'm able to try to start a family with my beautiful wife. I have a brand new car. We're in the process of saving up for a house. All of this because of Chad's services. So again, would I recommend his services? 100%, beyond a shadow of a doubt I would. I truly do not feel any other attorney in the state of Florida could get the results that Chad did. So if you need an attorney, take it from me, call Chad. 100%, you will be satisfied with his services.